Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News, your most reliable source for real-world updates on Iraq's financial transformation, global currency developments, and critical geopolitical shifts. Today's report isn't just another routine update. This is one of the most significant milestones we've ever covered. If you've been waiting for confirmation that the Iraqi dinar is entering a new phase, then you'll want to listen closely. What's happening now could redefine everything investors have been anticipating for years. Recent developments have made it clear. Banks in both the United States and abroad are now going live with Iraqi dinar exchange processes. Yes, this is no longer theory or rumor. Foreign currency terminals in various institutions are now actively displaying the IQD in their rate listings, alongside other major global currencies. This marks a turning point. Internal bank communications confirm that certain staff have received detailed instructions on verifying IQD notes and handling transactions through new protocols designed for IQD redemption. What was once considered speculation is now taking tangible form, right inside real banking infrastructure. A major trigger behind this sudden acceleration is the escalating conflict between Iran and Israel, which has caused global markets to reassess economic stability, alliances, and energy dependencies. With the Middle East in a volatile state, countries and corporations are urgently redirecting their strategies. Iraq, with its vast natural resources and a push for financial independence, is gaining traction as a credible alternative in the region. Oil prices have surged, and the need for regional rebalancing has thrust Iraq into the global spotlight. The IQD is starting to gain recognition as a potential reserve currency, not just an investment instrument. What many people didn't see were the months of behind-the-scenes planning that brought us to this point. Central banks, wealth managers, and institutional investors had been quietly preparing for a shift. Private briefings were held with high-net-worth clients, advising them to begin positioning for major currency realignments. Within these sessions, the IQD was reportedly discussed as a key player. Security protocols were enhanced, verification tools were installed, and exchange guidelines were quietly updated across multiple systems. And now that preparation is revealing itself in public-facing systems. Major U.S. banks such as Chase and Wells Fargo, along with global names like HSBC and financial hubs in Singapore and London, are reportedly testing or running IQD exchange functionality. Some banks are initiating customer-by-appointment exchange services, while others are offering pilot access to preferred clients. These aren't announcements designed to stir interest, they are operational shifts already underway. If you are someone holding IQD, now is the moment to get your documents in order, make sure your purchases can be verified, reach out to your bank's foreign exchange department, and prepare for what could be the most pivotal transaction of your financial journey. Iraq's internal progress has also played a massive role. The government recently finalized its long-awaited federal budget, advanced oil export initiatives, and formalized new global trade agreements, all helping stabilize its economic outlook. More importantly, the Central Bank of Iraq has completed external audits and transparency checks in collaboration with entities like the World Bank and the IMF. These evaluations passed successfully, sending a message to global markets that Iraq is not only serious but structurally ready for international financial participation. As a result, we're now seeing evidence of that readiness reflected in real time across trading floors and financial institutions. What makes this moment even more consequential is the synchronization between countries working together to assist Iraq's re-entry into the global monetary system. As tensions rise elsewhere in the region, particularly involving Iran, nations are quietly pivoting to safer alternatives for trade and energy. Iraq has emerged as a strategic partner in that vacuum, with political neutrality, vast reserves, and a currency that has long been considered undervalued. The IQD is now being reassessed, not as a speculative gamble, but as a new player in the reshuffling of global currency markets. And now let's talk about what this means for your wallet. If you bought into the IQD years ago when the rate was around 1,000 to 1 USD or even higher, then even a modest valuation increase could be significant. Early whispers in financial circles suggest rates ranging between $0.10 to $0.50, or potentially more per dinar, depending on the method and location of your exchange. That means if you're holding 1 million IQD, you could be looking at a gain of tens of thousands of dollars. Those with larger holdings could be facing life-changing windfalls, but only if they approach this moment with foresight and precision. That leads us to a word of caution. Amid all this excitement, careful planning is essential. Reports are emerging about the implementation of a two-tiered exchange system. This model could result in one public rate for general holders and a separate, higher rate for those participating in structured or private exchange groups. These privileged options often come with legally binding non-disclosure agreements, known as NDAs, which prohibit sharing exchange rate details, bank information, and related terms. For investors in these tiers, understanding your rights and obligations is essential. Before entering any agreement, speak with a legal advisor to fully understand the implications of signing an NDA. In the next section, we'll go deeper into how these NDAs work, why they're becoming more common in high-volume exchanges, and what kind of legal and tax planning is necessary for anyone expecting a sizable return. We'll also cover how to verify your physical IQD notes, avoid counterfeit pitfalls, and ensure your documentation is bank-ready before stepping into the exchange window. Things are moving quickly, and if you're not prepared, you risk being caught off guard. Now, let's continue by breaking down what you need to know about NDAs. These agreements, non-disclosure contracts, are being introduced more frequently in private exchange settings, especially for individuals handling high-volume IQD redemptions. These legal documents are used to prevent participants from publicly disclosing key details of their transaction, including the exact rate received, the institution involved, and any negotiated term. While that might sound restrictive, NDAs are standard practice in high-level financial operations. Banks use them not only to protect sensitive internal strategies, but also to maintain discretion around custom offers made to select clients. If you're presented with an NDA during your exchange process, do not treat it lightly. Make sure you have a qualified attorney review the document with you, understand what you're agreeing to. In some cases, breaking an NDA could result in financial penalties or even legal consequences. Protect yourself by knowing exactly what you're signing and why it's required. Many investors new to this level of finance might feel uncertain about the formality, but these measures exist to ensure everyone plays by the same rules in a rapidly evolving system. Next, let's talk about something equally important: taxes. If your exchange results in significant profit, you must consider the tax obligations that come with it. Many experts believe that returns from foreign currency investments like the IQD will be classified under capital gains tax laws. Whether your profit is taxed at the short-term or long-term rate often depends on how long you've held your currency. If your holding period exceeds a year, you might qualify for favorable tax treatment under long-term capital gains. However, this varies depending on local tax regulations and your specific financial profile. That's why consulting with a tax professional, preferably one experienced in foreign exchange taxation, is not optional, it's essential. Being proactive now, before the exchange, can save you from losing a large percentage of your gains later. There may be opportunities to offset gains with losses, establish charitable deductions, or arrange trusts and financial vehicles that preserve wealth efficiently. Don't wait until your money's in hand to start thinking about taxes. A little preparation now can protect everything you've worked toward. Equally vital is the authenticity and condition of your physical IQD. Many banks will require that your notes are legitimate, undamaged, and possibly accompanied by proof of purchase from a verified currency dealer. Some institutions may also accept third-party verification before honoring the transaction. This means it's time to pull out those bills and check their condition. Avoid any surprises at the teller window by scanning and organizing your documentation now. The last thing you want is to be denied an exchange due to a tear, a stain, or missing paperwork. Beyond U.S. borders, there are increasing reports from global financial centers. Institutions in London, Dubai, and Singapore have reportedly initiated or reviewed exchange support for IQD transactions. Major names like HSBC, Deutsche Bank, and Standard Chartered are appearing more frequently in these conversations. That alone indicates that what's unfolding isn't an isolated regional event. It's part of a much broader international rebalancing. This also means international holders of IQD may gain smoother access to liquidity options, conversions, and cross-border currency transfers. More participants in the system often result in improved post-revaluation price stability and fewer wild fluctuations. The ongoing conflict between Iran and Israel, while unfortunate and serious, is further accelerating these global shifts. With traditional alliances being reassessed, nations are urgently seeking new partners for trade, security, and energy exchange. Iraq's political neutrality and increasing independence have allowed it to emerge as an appealing choice. Its currency, long underestimated, is now drawing renewed attention. The US dollar still holds global dominance, but other currencies are rising to fill gaps in influence, and the IQD is beginning to appear on that radar. For Iraq, this is a rare and pivotal opportunity. For holders of IQD, it's equally significant. You're standing on the edge of a rare financial transition, one that only comes around a few times in a lifetime. But emotional decisions now could erase years of patient planning. Stay level-headed, stay prepared. So what should you be doing at this moment? First, make sure you're signed up for updates from your currency dealer and your bank's foreign exchange department. Many institutions provide newsletters, alerts, or private client communications regarding major changes in exchange policy. Second, build your advisory circle, legal, financial, and tax. Don't go into this alone. An expert's guidance could mean the difference between maximizing your return and walking away with far less than you deserve. Third, start outlining a post-exchange plan. Will you invest in real estate, pay off long-standing debts, support a cause close to your heart, grow a business? The clearer your plan, the more focused and efficient your decisions will be. Without a plan, sudden wealth can be overwhelming. With one, it becomes a structured tool for long-term success. And finally, remember why you held on for so long. This isn't just a transaction, it's a personal milestone. Many of you weathered years of skepticism and doubt. You listened to the critics, stayed informed, and waited. What's happening now isn't just validation, it's your opportunity to act wisely and secure your future. Let gratitude guide your choices, not fear or greed. As we close this powerful update, the signs are undeniable. IQD exchange functionality is moving live in real time. International banks are aligning. Governments are shifting focus toward financial diversification. And for the first time in years, your patience may be rewarded, but only if you move carefully, methodically, and with clarity. If this message resonated with you, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Iraqi Dinar News. Turn on notifications to stay ahead of the curve. We'll keep bringing you the most accurate and verified updates as this once-in-a-generation event unfolds. Until next time, stay focused, stay ready, and remember, opportunity favors the prepared.